Well, click, click, get ready for your Kodak moment.
Welcome to One-on-One, a Bluff City Media podcast. Listen in as we go one-on-one with coaches, players, and influencers from across the city of Memphis and around the country. Now, let's get to the show.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to One-on-One. I am your host, Christian Fowler, and joining me this week is Geoff Cantin-Arku. Geoff, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's good? How you doing?
I'm good. All right, so first thing, man, this is what I always like to ask transfers, because I know in this day and age it's so prevalent now, like so many people are transferring. How much more comfortable are you going into year two at Memphis versus last year?
I'll say I'm really more comfortable. My role has, I'll say, drastically changed in the team. Like, I'm more as a leader, a veteran now, so I'm just trying to help the young guys, like, being on the same page and trying to, make sure we all good to go.
So with guys like with Zay and with Quindell and some of those guys that were the leaders last year, now you have guys like yourself, Jalen Allen, that are kind of leading the defense this year. And you mentioned being a leader and stepping up as a leader. What has that looked like so far throughout the spring and into the summer?
Yeah, you mentioned Jay Allen. I think me and him do a great job, like, trying to just get everybody on the same page. Like I said, like, I feel like last year there was more like a miscommunication between the players, like, and that's why I feel like we didn't win as many games as we were supposed to. But I feel like me and Jay doing a great job right now. Just, make sure we good to go when August come, because we all need a good season this year.
And what was the spring like this year for you? Obviously, your second year at Memphis, also Coach Barnes' second year at Memphis. So what was it like kind of working with Coach Barnes in his second year? I'm sure both of you guys more comfortable, more kind of just ready for what's to come this season. So what was it like year two spring in Coach Barnes' system?
Yeah, I feel like I understand the game way better now, and I can see things way faster that last year I couldn't see as much. As a middle linebacker, I never really experienced it before I come to Memphis, except a little bit at Syracuse. So it took me a while to kind of understand all the reads and everything. But now that I've been in the system, like you said, me and Coach Barnes, like, making sure the scheme is made for me to make plays, and, like, I just feel like I'm going to have a good year.
Is there any difference in your role like coming up this season? Because I know with having a year now with Coach Barnes being able to do more with the defense, knowing what he put on the field in year one, is there anything that changes for your role, or is it kind of just business as usual for you?
Yeah, no, last year I would say that with Zay Collin and Tyler on both sides of me, I feel like the scheme were more for them to experience more, like, playing time and everything, because they were more ready than me, and I learned a lot from them. And after I came back this year, and I feel like now the scheme is made for the middle linebacker to have a lot of success.
So explain that a little bit more. Like, is there more freedom for you just as far as on the field calls, or just your role?
I feel like it's just come now. I'm more free on the field. Like, Coach Barnes trusts me. He knows I know what I'm doing. So now I'm able to do a little bit more to help the team win.
So middle linebacker has always been one of the most interesting positions to me, because it's changed so much. Like, from when you and I were growing up, it was you had to be, 6'2", 6'3", 255. Like, Ray Lewis was the prototype for like a middle linebacker. Now it's more longer, rangier, faster guys. And you obviously fit that role. Like, I think 6'3", 240, obviously have a lot of speed and athleticism. So with that, how important do you feel like your balance of coverage as a middle linebacker and also like your run support, how much of a balance is it between the two? And because used to is run stopper is number one. You're a run stopper. That's what you do. and now it's really 50-50. So what is that role like for you, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, like you said, the game has changed a lot. So the middle linebacker got to be able to play the pass, dropping coverage. Even sometimes, in a bear front, the middle linebacker walks down, so he got to be able to rush and also stop the run, because at the end of the day, you said it, I'm a run stopper. So I just feel like it's really important nowadays to be able to do all those things. So that's why I'm not 240 anymore. I'm 6'3", 230, and I feel like it helps me. I'm able to move way better and be faster, being able also to drop back and play action. So I feel like that's going to be pretty good for me.
So something that Coach Silverfield and the staff really prioritized over the offseason was getting bigger on the defensive line. I think the defensive line played well last year. It just felt like at times there wasn't enough depth. There wasn't enough for as much as Coach Barnes wanted to rotate guys. With some of the transfers and younger guys coming in, what did you see from the defensive line over the spring?
No, I'm really happy about the guys we brought in. We still have Camonte Hamilton from last year and Jay Allen on the other side. I feel like it was ready with Cam Jackson leaving. I feel like they did a pretty good job bringing Josh. He's number 4. He's really good. And, the other D tackle, Zai, and, they rotate a lot of guys. So I feel like we're gonna be okay on the D-line.
So I know this has been talked about a lot since you got on campus, but I still find it so interesting. What has it been like for you, like this transition, obviously from Canada to Syracuse and now to Memphis? What does that journey look like for you so far?
I mean, it's been a long ride. I'll say that. 3 years ago, you go back, I wouldn't been able to do an interview like this or anything like that because my English wasn't good enough yet. But as I started learning English and learning American football, I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job. Of course, you have bad days and harder days, but you always got to see things on the good side and, be happy of every win. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that right now.
Yeah, you said you just started learning English, like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, three and a half years, 4 years, 4 years now. Yeah.
How much? Like I had to take a ton of foreign languages in college, just with the major that I did, and I am not fluent in Spanish at all, so it didn't stick. How much work have you had to put in to be, fluently speaking English?
I mean, I don't see it as work really because, I was around the guys at Syracuse and around the guys there at Memphis. So you kind of like pick it up as you go. But just to learn another language, to me, the easiest thing is to go in the country because in their country and learn it. Because if you're trying to learn it at school, it's hard. You just don't speak it. You know what I'm saying?
If you're in that country, it kind of forces you to learn it.
Yeah, you had no choice then.
So switching gears towards this season a little bit, like you said, you feel better now. You feel more comfortable now. You feel like a leader of this defense now. What are your expectations, first off, for the team this year? When you envision next season, what do you see for this team?
We need to win at least 10 games and to be able to compete in a great bowl game. And we want an AAC championship, to be honest. That's what we really want.
And then on the defensive side, what are your expectations? Because on paper, this is probably the best defense Memphis has had in years. If you just look at, the guys that are coming back, the guys that Silverfield and the staff brought in, both in the portal and, just through high school from the recruiting class. So what do you expect from the defense this season?
I expect a lot of things. I want us to be the top defense, one of the top defense in the country, the top defense in the conference. Like you said, we got a lot of guys coming from Power 5 school to help our defense being better. So I expect a lot of things from us this year.
And then when you know, like we've said, you went through the spring, you're going into summer training and stuff now starting here soon. Who are some of the guys, like when it first comes to your mind, that impressed you throughout the spring, either side of the ball, offense or defensive side of the ball, that you were like, okay, this guy is someone that can be a player for us?
I feel like offensive side of the ball, I can't really tell you because, you know, I was paying a lot of more attention to the defensive side. But what I know is that Josh going to help us in the middle for sure. That we got the safety from Arkansas, too. That transfer number 5. He's really good. He's going to have an impact on our defense regardless. I feel like Joe Williams might surprise us too. Play safety. DK. I feel like the whole defense we have a lot of expectation because a lot of players that had playing time already, so we had no excuse now.
So you talked about the transfer from Arkansas, the safety, Simeon Blair. I sat down with him a couple months ago and had a long conversation with him, someone who has obviously been in the SEC a long time, was a team captain at Arkansas last year. And he mentioned that, you know, you guys had kind of made him feel comfortable to be a leader on the defense also. What is it like having another guy coming in with losing Quindell, losing a guy that had been here for a long time and was a leader, and then having someone like Simeon step in who's been there, done that, and been a leader on teams in the past?
Yeah, that's pretty good because like losing a guy like you is always hard for a program. So having him coming back and stepping up as a safety, you know, he's helping the whole room getting better and being able to, you know, have great defensive backs. So like we gonna be ready. I feel like he's doing a great job too, helping the young guys. So just like me, he trying to be a leader, help the team win.
All right, Geoff. So last question for you. We talked about your expectations for the defense. We talked about your expectations for the team. What are your expectations for yourself this upcoming season?
You know, I've been in college football. This is going to be my 5th season. And my dream of being in the NFL always been a big thing for me. So I really need a big year. And I want all the AC first team. And I want, you know, to be able to live my dream playing in the NFL. So this is the year, man.
All right. Well, I just want to thank everyone that's watching on YouTube. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. If you're listening on any of the podcast platforms, subscribe as well. Geoff, I just want to say thank you to you, man, and good luck this season.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for listening to this episode of One on One. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to the Bluff City Media YouTube page. We will see you back here next time.